OpenClaw AI SEO 0 to 780 SEO traffic a day. So OpenClaw just became the most powerful free SEO tool on the planet, and it's getting websites to the top of Google. Like you can see, it's actually done with mine directly over here. So you can see us ranking directly inside Google AI overviews, as well as on the first page of Google using this method. You can also see, for example, on our traffic that it's spiked up dramatically since before and after using AI SEO and particularly OpenClaw to do this. So I'm going to guide you through the process. We're talking about going from 0 visitors to 780 clicks a day using a free AI agent that researches topics, writes full blog posts, and publishes them to your website on your own every single day without you doing anything. I'm going to test it live together right now. Here's the problem. Google rewards websites that publish fresh content every single day, but writing articles is exhausting. Most people can't do it, so their websites never grow. OpenClaw can help you fix that. You set it up once, it does writing, does publishing, does research, all on autopilot. I'll show you how today. And I'm going to show you exactly what we did to get this article ranking on Google, like you can see, and how we went from like literally, we were getting like no clicks a day back over here to the point now where we are getting some days like 780 clicks a day from SEO. You can see yesterday we grew to around about 500 or 208 clicks per day using this method. So I'm going to guide you through it and show you how. Okay? So here's an example. So I actually said, create an SEO optimized article for this, use this prompt, etc. with OpenClaw. So we're using OpenClaw inside Telegram. If you don't know what OpenClaw is, basically it's an AI assistant that can go off and do things for you, and you can install it locally. Now you can use this same method with any sort of AI agent that you want, but I just like to use OpenClaw. I can easily give it source context. I can even give it the tonality. I can use Claude Sonnet for writing the content, and it can do a pretty good job for me. Now, if we have a look as an example, you can see I actually created the content directly here. So this is the article that it created for the website. And if you're wondering, okay, like, can it publish directly to WordPress as well? Yes, it can. And I'll show you an example. So for example, if we go over to OpenClaw here, and I'll talk you through exactly how this works. So you can see that basically it can publish articles directly to WordPress like this inside OpenClaw, right? Which is pretty insane. So it can actually, for example, create content on our website just using our keyword, and we're good to go on that. So we can see an example of the WordPress published page here. Also gives us a local guide file as well. Let's have a look at another one. So if we click on the chat, you can see another example. So actually created this article directly on Kimi K2.5 and Claudebot, aka Moldbot, and how to rank with it, right? And the article itself looks pretty nice. Like, look at the design, the CTAs throughout the page, even created an image with Nano Banana and then published it to the page as well. So let me talk you through exactly how this works in a few separate steps, right? So number one, what you want to do really is you want to make sure that when you're publishing to WordPress inside the chat, go over to your website. So for example, like this. And there's two things that you need. Number one, you need a login. So you need to get the login details for the website. So you can just create a separate user for OpenClaw, and I'll talk you through how to do that in a second. So there's so many pop-ups in WordPress, crazy. So you can see an example of OpenClaw right here, right? So this is a separate account we created for OpenClaw. And then the other thing that you need for OpenClaw when you're setting it up with WordPress, and you just give these login details directly to the AI agent, is you need to get an API token key, right? So you get an API token key. You can see an example right here. So you can add an application password, and that just allows you to connect the login details and the API token directly to your website, so that when you put it inside the chat, it can then create content directly using that API, right? So literally two things you need from WordPress. Number one, login details, username, password. And then the second one is, of course, the API token. Both of those you can generate inside WordPress. I've shown you how to do that today. Once you've done that, you then need a good prompt for creating the content. Now, you can just say like, create a nice article or whatever if you want. But what I'd recommend is using a prompt like, for example, we have inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So if you go to the classroom here, scroll down, the prompt that we use is in this section. Right. So we have a full section on like how we create articles and rank them using AI SEO. And they're the exact same instructions in the prompt, which you can see down here. You can just grab that in the description for using inside the articles that we rank as well. So if you want to rank those articles, we use that prompt from that section, and then we use that to generate articles and get them ranking directly inside OpenClaw. And then you can see an example of how it works here. So it's a pretty simple process. You give the login details to WordPress, to OpenClaw. Then once you've done that, you're going to give it a prompt that helps it create content. And then finally from that, what you want to do is just give it a keyword so that it can start ranking it, right? And that's basically how it works step by step. And then you can see here our results with SEO here. So these are some of the keywords that we're ranking for, like mobile alarmer, anti-gravity, etc. Like stuff that is trending right now. We typically go for trending keywords. The way that we decide on those keywords we want to rank for is we use Ahrefs Keyword Explorer. So if I go to Ahrefs over here, and you can do this inside Google Autocomplete. You don't have to use Ahrefs. I just like to use Ahrefs data. So we can go inside here. We can select, for example, the United States inside the country, and then we can just type in, for example, let's say we want to rank for articles about OpenClaw. Well, we can find a bunch of easy keywords, and obviously OpenClaw itself, pretty hard to rank for. You don't want to go for that. What you want to do is instead just find some easy keywords like you can see here. So these are low difficulty keywords that you can easily rank for, right? So for example, OpenClaw installation guide, pretty easy to rank for. I could probably get OpenClaw to create an article around that, publish it to WordPress, use the prompt that I've given it, and then you can rank it, right? And that's basically what we're doing to rank articles like you can see right here, right? So it's a pretty simple, repeatable process. That content is still ranking directly inside Google as well. Obviously, when we rank for keywords like that, it generates traffic to our website, which is awesome. And it's all easy to automate. The other crazy thing here as well is that you can actually create this across multiple platforms as well, right? So for us, for example, we have multiple websites, we have multiple platforms. We don't just rely on one single platform to rank. Like, we'll create articles on X, on Reddit, all sorts of different places, because it's so easy to create the content and automate it and then publish it with something like OpenClaw. And that's basically how the process works, right? We've actually got a full breakdown, as you can see, inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So step number one, you're going to connect OpenClaw to your website. Step number two, you find a keyword. Step number three, you're going to tell Claw to write the article. And then step number four, you're going to schedule it to run automatically each day. Because obviously you can schedule tasks with OpenClaw. So you can say like, create one article a day on how to use it and that sort of thing.